Hi, my name is Ryan, and this is AI Acceleration Real Estate. So 68% of agents use AI, only 17% are seeing results. This is from an NAR 2025 study. I would argue that the 68% of agents who use AI has gone up substantially. I don't know for a fact that the 17% who see results are. I would imagine it is, but I'm not 100% sure. That means that there is a 51% or potentially greater gap in the agents who use AI and see a tangible result to their bottom line and the agents who use AI and see nothing. So what this is going to be about is basically changing the way that you interact with AI, changing your mental model around using AI, and a couple other things that we are going to go over. But one of the biggest mindset shifts that you can have is going from a searcher to a delegator. Most agents and other real estate pros treat AI like it's Google. They go, they ask their question, they copy and paste the answer, and they repeat that cycle until they get what they want. That's why it doesn't sound like you. That's why you're missing the full potential of what this tool is capable of. The people who think differently give it the information it needs, give it clear outputs, and then they review the output and they iterate that forward. So they're treating it like a low-level employee who knows nothing about your business. And they're creating the systems to basically onboard the AI into your business. And that is one of the key things that just jumping around from AI to AI is missing. Why should you care what I have to say? I'm just some schmuck on the internet, right? So my background is I have spent years building business systems. Ironically, for real estate, we own mobile home communities totaling 354 lots, and so I've spent a lot of my time and effort building a real estate-based business. I've trained a bunch of professionals to use AI, including realtors, both with Compass and Coldwell Banker, some other brokerages. But the biggest takeaway is that I have been in real estate, I've applied this to my business, and I've built actual systems that are shown to make money or save time. Those are the only two things I care about as it relates to AI. Throwing out all the junk and keeping the core things that actually work. I've tested this, I know this, I've done it more than I'd like to admit. So my background is, like I said, I'm initially a real estate investor who focused in mobile home parks, these systems into my business, and I know what works for me. Now, that being said, I know that there are a lot of different ways to operate a real estate business. So the goal is not to just build a system that works for my business and hand it over to you. Ideally, that would be perfect, but we may acquire customers differently, we may operate differently, we may have a different set of principles as it relates to our marketing. There are a lot of things that change the total dynamic with real estate. So, like I said, basically, if it doesn't save time or make money, the goal is to get rid of it. This is not magic. This is not, a one-size-fits-all or a hyped-up nothing burger. These are real systems that we are going to apply to your business. These are real thinking methods that we are going to use to help you use AI to solve problems, unique problems that you are facing within your real estate business. So the things you'll learn in this initial batch of courses is, one, we're going to go over the mental models that are needed to use AI, iterate with it successfully, and build something amazing. There are a couple core things that you should go back to consistently, things like having a human in the loop to validate the outputs, things like being context-oriented instead of just being clever and trying to input a new prompt every time. So there are scalable things that we're going to talk about and making sure that we've got clarity of outcome and all the things that are needed to really get the most out of AI. Then we're going to get into more of the tactical things like prompting. So this is how you're interacting with an AI, at least right now in 2026. So it is, what are the things that we can do that improve our inputs that are going to improve our outputs? And context engineering is the next step of that. Context engineering is how you take an AI interaction and turn it into a system. So it's building some of those background documents and really doing the things required to make the AI that you're using a scalable practice and not a one-off every time you open it. And then, of course, we're going to talk about verification. AIs are known to hallucinate, and we need to have a human in the loop to validate, especially the important things. There are some things that where you can let it test and kind of use the data, but there are other things that you absolutely have to have locked in and need to be accurate when using AI, and that's the kind of stuff that we're going to look at as far as what is the most important pieces of that. So again, I said it a little bit earlier, but it's context over cleverness. So you can come up with a novel way to do things every single time, or you can create the context that allows the AI to build your business in the way that you would build your business, in the tone that you would build your business, with the brand voice, and really have a set of rules that allow the AI to operate and build assets like you would, or at least in the same style and tone of voice that you would. So with that, I am very, very excited to get started. We are going to absolutely get into this and build out a highly useful skill set that will allow you to take your engagement with AI to the next level, and we are going to expand that 17% that is getting nothing out of AI. We are going to drive that up to the moon. So I'm excited to get started, and we're going to get right into the mental models.